Des, your group fell behind 15 early and then went on a heck of a run to come away with a big victory tonight. You know, what changed at that moment, and what were you guys able to do the rest of the way?
I just thought our spirit was in the right spot. You know, I don't think anybody really hung their head, understood that we had to get back to our identity, smash mouth basketball on both sides of the floor. And once we started playing that way, everything started turning for us. You know, and we just rode that trend all the way through.
With the win tonight, you guys go to Vegas this weekend. What does that mean for the group to advance to the semifinals, get some extra money and all that?
Oh, it's huge, man. I mean, I just lost $35,000, so I gotta go get it back somehow. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited. Great opportunity for us to play some meaningful basketball early in the season. So I know the group's excited.
You've said that it would take some time for you to kind of get your bearings with this team. You know, a couple 37-point games over the last few weeks, but 6 3-pointers tonight. How much more comfortable are you with how you're fitting into this team, and can you feel the team kind of lifted when you have games like this where you're able to get downhill and then set up your 3-point shot?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a collective. You know, I mean, I couldn't have done it. You know, Paulo's on the floor, just working his way back. Every time he puts the ball on the floor, it seems like there's 3 guys coming after him. You know, and the beautiful thing about him, he's a very willing passer. You know, he's in the timeout talking about how he's going to attack and look for guys. So it's a blessing to have him back and feeling good. And you know, I am getting more comfortable, but you know, I think everybody is.
You guys overcame a series of obstacles tonight, whether it be tough luck fouls, an early deficit, 17 turnovers. How does that speak to the resiliency of this team and your commitment to the process that you guys adhere to so much?
Everybody wants to win. You know, I think that's the beauty about this team. It's a lot of selfless guys that just want to win, and you know, will do whatever it takes to do that.
How different is your role when you don't have Paolo or Franz out there compared to when you do have them there? And it seems like there's this next man up mentality that you guys have going. How much do you take pride in being the face of that for the team?
I think you know, I think it's just an aggressive mindset. I think that's the mindset I need to have regardless, you know, who's on the floor. And just take whatever the defense gives me. You know, not necessarily trying to go in there and force anything, but just playing the right way and being aggressive.
Hey, Des, in the back over here.
Way back there.
Hey, what's going on? You had a little exchange with Tyler Hero tonight. Just can you shed a little bit of light on that and just how that brings out the competitive side of you?
Did you hear what he said?
Nah, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, nothing. I ain't going to give it to y'all, man. I'm in deep waters right now. But yeah, it's they were definitely, you know, after that little run they had, they were saying their piece, you know, and rightfully so. You know, you're getting smacked in the mouth, but it got quieter as the game went on.
Des, what was the feeling of you and the team yesterday when you found out Franz's injury wasn't as bad as something?
I couldn't believe it, honestly. Super happy for him, you know, first and foremost that, you know, he escaped something really major. You know, we wrap our arms around him and, you know, stay with him, keep him close to the team as he works his way back. So we can't wait until he gets back, but we're going to hold it down for him until he does.
Just kind of pressing further on that. I mean, it looked like that could be aside from a very serious injury, like something that could change the trajectory of this season. So to know he's back a month potentially, and then tonight you have a big come from behind win, just that swing of emotions, what is that like?
Next man up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the show goes on, you know. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the NBA, you know. I mean, we had a lot of different guys contribute tonight. I thought Goga was huge, you know, coming off the bench, really protecting the rim, making some plays. So I had to talk with Jeff, you know, on the way back, and I was telling him it's going to have to be collective. It's going to have to be done collectively, and, you know, I think every single guy that stepped on that floor tonight contributed to winning.
Desmond, you know all about the players and the draft picks that were traded for you. How tough, if at all, has it been for you to kind of deal with outside expectations and to kind of keep yourself in such an even keel after your start to the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's basketball at the end of the day, and it's a great feeling knowing that an organization values me the way that they did to go out and spend what they did to get me. But from the second I got here, they just told me to be myself, and once they kind of told me that, then it takes all the pressure off because I know who I am and I know what I can bring, to a team. So I'll just continue to do that.
Does 37 points, and your second and third free throw didn't come until 3 minutes left in the game. You showed the bump and finish driving mindset throughout the game to force contact and finish anyway. Is that a goal of yours and the team to try to, force the refs to make a call every time with the bump and finish?
Yeah, I mean, I've thought over the last week I've been finishing like crap. Just not being the aggressor, not being the guy to make the first hit, driving in the crowds. So like it was definitely a conscious effort. Me and Tay Carter worked on it yesterday, after practice, and something that I'm conscious about for sure.
Thanks, Des. I'll be back with Paolo.